All right, guys. Hey, we are going to look at two-way tables and how to create them, and then how to take them and change them into relative frequency tables the way the ILC book is doing it, and the way that we'll do it on our scale. Okay? It's really straightforward. These add together to equal this, and if I go down, these add together to equal this total down here. So if I look across, what plus 23 will give me 49? 26. So then if I look down, what plus 26 will give me 34? So if I look across, something plus 4 will give me 31. What plus 4 will give me 31? You can do 31 minus 4 if you want to, and you get 27. So 27 plus 23 is 50. Now, the nice thing is 49 plus 31 is 80. That should also be what 30 plus 50 is. And it is, so we can check ourselves to see if we're right. Now, the way ILC does relative frequency tables. So this will be a relative frequency table. Now, the way they do these is slightly different than what if I look it up online and see what it's doing. So they're doing what others would call a marginal frequency, but it's what they call relative frequency. And here's how they do it. It is to find a percentage. So we're going to find this box right here, this yellow box. I'm going to take this number, divide it by this number. So 26 divided by 49. That's going to give me, I'm going to write down 3 decimals, 0.530. I'm not going to round or anything, just write down the first 3. Then I'm going to take that number times 100 to make it into a percentage. So hit times 100, and that's going to be 53.0. So that will be 53%. So if I am doing, let's say I did cannot swim, then I would take 4 and divide it by 31. 4 divided by 31. 4 divided by 31. I'm going to get 0.129. I'm going to hit times 100 at 0.129 and get 12.9. So that's going to be 13%. At that point, you round. 5 and above, round it up. Okay? So then we're going to find out the female, and there is an E up here, female, and everything. I cut it off, sorry, for the table misnomer there. But yes, we do have an E on here. There is a female. Okay, so how do we do that? We're going to take 23 divided by 49, and we're going to get 0.469. Then I'm going to take that times 100. Sorry, it's running off. So 100, and that's going to give you 46.9. So this is going to be 47%. Now these two percentages in can swim, they got to add up to 100. So with that in mind, 13 plus what will give you 100? You could do that, or do 27 divided by 31. So I could do 27 divided by 31. I get 0.870, and then take that times 100, I get 87, and 87% plus 13% is 100. Okay, so again, add to get your totals to find your missings, and then do the relative frequency table by taking this divided by the total. We're doing rows is what we're doing. So we're doing the rows. That's what we're doing. So if I come down, here's another table and a relative frequency table. You can see it down here. Try to get them all on there if I can, and I almost can. We're going to leave it like this. So if you could find all the totals, all we're doing now is just adding. So here is 19, here is 15, here is 10, 5 plus 12 plus 3, that's 20, and 14 plus 10, 14 plus 3 plus 7 should be 24. 20 and 24 is 44. So we want to check and see what is 19 plus 15 plus 10, 44. So we know we're right there. So if I'm looking for T, male, this box here, I'm going to do my 5 divided by 19. That's going to be 0.263 times 100, 26.3. So that's going to be 26%. Whereas females, 14 divided by 19. Again, we're only doing, when we're doing T, we're only doing this row. So I take 5 divided by 19. So now I take 14 divided by 19. I get 0.736. Sorry, I wrote those backwards. Dyslexia kicking in there. 736 times 100. That's 73.6. So that goes up to 74%. So now do coffee and juice. 12 divided by 15 times 100. 3 divided by 15 times 100. Juice is even easier. So I'm going to leave it like here. Juice, it's out of 10. So 3 divided by 10 is 0.3 times 100. That's 30%. So down here, we know this is 30%. This has to add, plus that has to add up to 100, so that's 70%. All these, if I add them across, has to be 100. So what is 12 divided by 15? That's 0.8. So that makes this 80%. Because 0.8 times 100 is 80%. That leaves 20% over here to add it to be 100. Okay. Let's go to this one, another 3 one right here. See if I can grab this chart and slide it up just so I can see it a little easier within the same chart. There we go. So on here, we got to do a little more adding and subtracting. 12 did art, but a total was 9. That don't make any sense at all. I'm questioning this because that would make that -3, but you can't have -3 that failed. I think somebody messed up on the chart here. Let's go to a different one. See if we can figure this out. 7, because 19 minus 12 is 7. That makes sense. 25 plus 7, 32. So that leaves that to be 41. So what plus 19? 41 minus 19 is 22. Yeah, that is -3. That makes no sense at all. So I don't believe you're going to be able to do this part down here. right down there, the English and failed. You can't have -3 people, so that's why that chart doesn't make any sense. So we'll just vacate that, move down to this one. We'll see. I copied that off of a line, and well, I don't like it. It doesn't make any sense. Can't have -3 people. So let's see here. Let's see if this one makes more sense. 76, 54 plus 22, 76, I believe. 81 minus 54, 27. Okay, so I did 54 plus 22. And then I did 81 minus 54 to get to 27. So now I'll do 27 plus 17. 27 plus 17. That's 44. And 22 plus 17. 22 and 17. 39. So now I'll check out what is 76 plus 44. 76 and 44 added together. That's 120. Is that the same as 81 plus 39? 120. So if I want to do the relative frequency table, maybe I had car and laptop. So here's my car. Here's my no car. Here's my laptop. Here's my no laptop. Then this I would do 54 divided by 76 times 100, 71%. That one number should fill out this one over here. So then that means 100 minus 71 leaves me with 29%, which should be 22 out of 76. So then 27 out of 44 is 0.613, so that's 61%. And then 17 out of 44 should be 39%. And it is. It's 0.386, so it rounds up to 39%. You cannot have this. This is not allowed. You can't have a negative number because you can't have a negative number of students that fail. So that's impossible. You can't have 0. 0 could have been fine to be there. But this right here, this number being smaller than that number says something's wrong. Okay, maybe this could have been 19, not 12, and then it worked out pretty good. So I have to double check mine that I put on your quizzes because we can't have anything be negative. So again, if you want a 2.0, if you're like, hey, what does it take to get a 2.0? It's really filling out charts that are more like this chart. Just so you know, this would be like a 2.0 chart. Can you fill out that? 3.0 would be more of can you do the relative frequency table? That would be the 3.0 part. Okay, so I hope that you pause it at some time, try to figure out some of this on your own, and then check your work with it. But it will do multiple quizzes, one for the 2.0, one for the 3.0.